What's up, people? Still got a little bit of sweat from what we just recorded. We tore apart a little bitty pot compressor out of a reach-in cooler, grounded. Get to see what the inside looks like, okay? Most people don't get to see that. So I've done this before. About 8 months ago, I tore apart a scroll compressor. But it's substantially larger. Took a lot of grinding wheels and DeWalt batteries, but we got that one open. If you want to go back and look at that, if I can figure out how to put the thing in the description, I'll do that. Okay. The next one we'll do is a semi-hermetic, and we'll do that one once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're almost there, people. So you want to see that semi-hermetic come apart into pieces? Subscribe down there in the thing. Otherwise, I'll end up doing it anyway. So enjoy this one. What's up, people? We got a thing today. This is a dealie that cuts the stuff off the thing. So we got this little bitty compressor. Look, I only got one thing here. All right, I got some more wheels in the garage, but they're too big. So if it ends up that I tear this thing up before I can get that compressor opened up, I'm gonna take the guard off like any safe person should. Don't do that. Okay. I do know that this compressor is grounded because, well, I'm the one that replaced it. Okay, that's all I got. That's as easy as that. But I can prove it to you, and I'll do that before we cut it open by pulling out the flucometer, and we'll just prove it to you on the windings. Okay. Now, what does it mean when it's grounded? So we know it's grounded. What does that mean? That means that the wires inside the thing did this, and then they started touching the side of the casing, and you know, it sends a ground and trips breakers, and all the bad things happen. Fireworks and all kinds of things shows. So dig in my bag here real quick. Oh no. Well, we're going to have to make do with what I have because I left a couple tools in the work truck. So there's our windings, 1, 2, 3. And if you get a little closer on this part right here, we're going to say this is our ground. Ah, continuity. 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 All three of those suckers have continuity to ground. So when we crack this thing open, we're going to see a bunch of burned up wires touching the casing. Because that compressor, well, it took a crap. All right. Cover your ears, cover your eyes. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my camera lady some specs to put on her face because this stuff's going to go flying everywhere, okay? Be right back. So now that we're all safetied up, it's going to get a little loud. Sparks and whatnot's going to fly around. I'm going to try and just take the cap off. Okay? We'll be close enough to the windings. Hopefully I can see some stuff. I don't know. We're going to find out. We'll see where we end up whenever I pop it off. And make sure that there's very little to none in the way. And I'm going to try and go just below the cap. So that means I'll have to take this part off too. Which means we're probably going to tear apart this wheel and have to go without the thing. Okay? It is what it is. Ha! Lost about an inch on it, but we're there. All right, this is gonna be hot, so make sure you put your hands right on it and hold your hand there. Don't do that, okay? If you're gonna touch it, make it quick. We'll see if it just comes right off. I think I'm still attached on this back side. All right, so everything in here is on a spring, so whenever you grab these and like move them around, you can hear something knocking on the casing. That's this guy right here, just wobbling around in there. I'm not going to try to take it out because I don't know how. All right, there's springs. I don't see screws attached. It looks like they're clipped on. Maybe just maybe they'll come off. No. So those feet are clipped in, and your boy don't know how. All right, I'm not gonna try and take it out. So so if we come over here, this is a part of the windings, okay? I might have to actually cut the rest of this out just to see if we can figure out where it's burned up. The windings go through the stack. The stack is down here. The stack is literally that. It's a stack of metal, okay? It makes magnet things happen, polarity, north, south, blah, blah, blah. So it makes the motor move. We will, so based on what I'm seeing right now, these windings that I'm looking at, they're going to be burned up somewhere other than in here. I've got windings on this side too, but I don't see any burned. I am determined to find out. That thing's hot. To find out where they're burned, okay? So let's get an impact out. I'm going to try and take these bolts off this backside. How does this work? Okay, these little pot compressors. The motor spins in circles. There's a valve that goes, that sucks stuff in, pushes in, compresses, right out the discharge and out the thing. These are not like the scroll, which is the last one I posted about 8 months ago. We cut open a scroll, went through about 10 blades here, okay, and like 8 batteries. I don't even, a lot. We went through a lot. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the impact. I'm gonna take some of this stuff apart. Give me a few. All right, got all the fancy tools here. This right here, these are Torx, okay? I don't have Torx bits, but this here 7mm is a perfect fit. If we end up stripping it, I got vice grips, I've got the channel locks. We're gonna try and get these two out. They are just basically pressure caps, but this guy should fit the rest of them. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say was this guy should fit the rest of them. All right. This is a thingamabobber. It does deal stuff. There's a gasket thingy with some stuff on it. Glad we all learned a lesson there. Now let's see if my bit works. I've been kind of curious about this one, and if I got enough muscles with this 1/4 inch drive to break it loose. Oh, she's stripping. Can't go wrong with the vice grips, right? Wrong. There's a chance we're not getting this out is what I'm getting at. A little too much. Oh, she's loose. Let's loosen this other one, then we'll use our bit. Loose. What? Meow. All right. It's like a roller coaster ride. Yay. So, this side came out of my discharge port. So this will be the discharge outlet. So the discharge, or the suction inlet, is on this side. Even with that stuff coming out, aha! What just happened? Okay, now we can see the full other side of the windings. Let me look in here and find out where are we burned up. Now there's some definitely black wiring in here, and that's just a little bit charred. I'm not seeing anything broken yet, which is odd because we were obviously grounded. So there's charring in here. Let me go ahead and get this thing the rest of the way out. There's our case with some refrigerant oil in there. That's good for you. Don't drink it, people. Okay, so here on this side, okay, this is what I was telling you about the valve. We could call it a piston. Okay, if I were to bend this flap back, which is like a relief valve, it's gonna bend out one way and not bend in the other way. We'll just take it off. How about that? There's your piston. Okay, that's all it does. It sucks in from the suction side, and then whenever it compresses, hence being called a compressor, it compresses out and pushes out of the discharge side, which is what this thing does, is allow the suction to come in, and whenever it's compressing, it closes off the suction and pushes it out of the discharge. Very simple. These are the stacks I was talking about that creates your magnetism and your polarity. And tell me if y'all see something that I'm not seeing, because I'm looking for where I'm grounded, and oddly enough, I was thinking it was just gonna, reach out and grab me, but I'm not seeing. Let's take more stuff apart. How about that? This might actually be able to, separate the stacks a little bit, which is what we need to do. Get that spring off. Well, it's going to be very upsetting if I can't find. Okay. Here's more charred wiring, but man, it is just not, there's no malice going on in here. I can see charred wiring, but I don't see anything that is broken. I don't see anything that I want to see. All right? That's what I'm getting at. These windings look amazing. Normally where you're going to find your windings open is going to be right here at the entrance of the 3 windings, your start, run, and your common. Right at the very beginning here is where you usually see everything blown open torn up into pieces. But man, these guys are just, they're tight. I don't see anything going on in here that is telling me I'm broken. I broke that one. That one's charred right there. You know what? This is it right here. This is where we were grounded. It must have been touching the other two windings at the same time, which would ground all three of them, but that was smashed. It's almost like it was a manufacturer error, although this thing did run for a while. But some people that like to scrap copper, they will cut this side and cut this side, take these two ends off.
Okay, it's recording.
All right. So, camera overheated. We're just about done anyway. Scrapping people. They like to take motors, they'll cut an end off, heat up the stacks, and then melt all of the, it's like a waxy plastic sleeve that goes inside each stack, or each winding circuit through the stack, and then they'll pull out the other side, and then they sell the copper. That's #1 copper, but you know how much work you have to put to get the thing, and it's like, I mean, it's not, in my opinion, not worth it unless you have like a 500-pound motor. That might be worth putting some work into, but this is going in the trash. So here you have how the, what I call them, pot compressors. They are fully hermetically sealed, and since we're talking about hermetics, you see how the thing works. It's simple stuff. All right, we're talking about hermetics, as promised, at 1,000 subscribers. We'll be tearing this one down. Semi-hermetic, stupid hot, ouch, in the sun. There's nothing wrong with this guy. The cooler, this wasn't a walk-in cooler, it's just old, okay? The things were failing left and right. She was running high head pressure. So we'll see what the innards of a working semi-hermetic after I hit 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully that'll be soon. Anyhow, that's all I got for you today. If you got any questions, comments, put them down on the thing, and then I'm gonna go wash my hands and I don't know, maybe drink some water or something. I think I'm sweating through my shirt. So, till next time, deuces.